more fallout from the accident that totaled my 1998 Acura.
This is a day that will live in infamy.
Yes. It is a memorable day. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I was talking with Tony Birchie. I'm texting with him. He owns Crescent Ford. They fixed it up. Remember Chris, who fixed it up a couple of years ago?
I remember him well.
Great guy, big-time P1 listener. And he and his crew.
Oh, man, they did incredible work.
Yeah.
When it rolled out of the showroom?
So, yeah, that's right, yeah.
It was a rebirth. It was a renaissance.
It was.
Yeah, I've never seen plastic surgery like that. It goes so well.
So I said, Tony, can your crew fix her up again?
Look what they did to my boy.
Is there anything that can be done?
I want you to use all your powers.
Anything.
I'm sorry, Chris. We're not miracle workers down
No,
here.
they can't do it. No, they can't do it. They can't wake the dead.
There's no heartbeat.
No, there's no
Eyes are dilated.
Oh,
The headlights are dilated.
Was it an organ donor?
Maybe.
I hope so.
maybe the steering wheel can go on.
Maybe. Not
not
the
the
wheel.
wheel.
It's been used.
It's been. It's
Oh, you're
blowed up.
right. It
got its heart blowed out.
It's certainly not that driver's seat. We can't. No.
No, can't have that.
Gear shift. Maybe the gear shift.
I don't know. That's been picked at. And
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of fried juice in it.
You know, last night I had just actually turned the lights on. It was twilight, 8 o'clock. And so the lights were on. And after all that, it took me 90 seconds to get out of the car. And while we were standing there, everything, my wife got there, the police are around. This is probably 30 minutes later. I noticed the headlights are still on. So I said to my wife, I need to turn those headlights off. And she said, no. She put her hand on my
Don't look
shoulder.
back.
Did they slowly just dim? and go
Don't
dark?
look back.
Yes, they just dimmed away. I couldn't even watch it. I can't watch this. All the life just went right out of her.
Cop has a black tarp.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She's gone. She's gone.
Get the hell out of here.
At least she didn't suffer, man. It just boom, one fell swoop. and
Yeah,
gone.
That's the way to go.
Sometimes that's more. The shock will wear off.
Yes, that is.
You gave it a good life, Kels.
27 years. 27 years.
You rebuilt it.
Premium fuel,
Premium.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing but the best for the girl. Premium.
gallons
fuel.
of. Think of what you'll save on oil.
I know.
Yeah.
How much oil did you have? How many quarts of oil did you have in the back seat?
4 quarts. They went flying.
Yeah.
As you can imagine.
Can they be reused?
No, because it's only for.
They're compromised.
Well, it's for high mileage vehicles, and it's a. It is only for.
Donate it to a shelter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you know what? I think the ACT would want that.
I think
Your
so.
dead car.
Watch that Pennzoil stock later this afternoon, though.
Boy,
She's going to drop.
like a rock.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to be
The
bad.
market's open in what? 20 minutes? 30?
Mhm.
We'll take a look at her. There is a note here. Chris Demm says he has a question here. I told him today the stat I read is that 35% of tattoo inks sold in the United States are contaminated with bacteria. Researchers have found that if you are getting a tattoo, you may be getting bacteria in your system, and sometimes it leads to infection, sometimes not. The pigments used in the inks are color additives, which are subject to FDA approval, but they admit historically they've not been regulated very well.
Is it because of the product itself or the environment in which it's administered?
I think it was more the environment in which it's administered, don't you think?
Otherwise, they would say like all the red ink is dangerous,
Right.
You know,
That's not
or the
case.
blue ink.
Yeah,
Never thought about the ink. I always thought about the needle.
yeah, I know. So
Yeah.
they studied this and they found that certain diseases are caused by the ink.
Well, I'm sure people do have bad reactions to tats.
Exactly.
Or get an infection.
Biggie's saying, no, don't worry about it. I see. your
Yeah, I
face
feel
now.
like this is just something that somebody says
For
that-
no
to
I don't
reason.
think
get
it's going to
you
slow
to
down
not-
the tat
yeah.
industry.
Oh, no. So Chris Demm said, well, it's interesting you bring it up.
Yeah, you know, but like you, Kelly, we had my wife and I had a week off, and we went to the beach a little bit further south of you, and of course, plenty of tattoos
Yeah.
visible
Yeah.
on men and women. And I had two thoughts. One, if you are my first question was this: do you think there's any person who operates a tattoo studio in the United States of America that has zero tattoos?
No,
No, I wouldn't trust them.
I don't think so.
You wouldn't trust that person.
Mm-mm.
What if they were? What if they had like art degrees? Do these people have art backgrounds?
I don't
They
know.
might.
Were
Sure, they
really
might.
good?
They
You know,
might. Yeah.
Like in high school, you probably
Yeah.
knew somebody who was really, really good at art.
Yeah.
Way better than you.
Maybe, but doesn't want a tattoo, but can do tattoo artistry. Possible. There's probably one or two.
Probably
But
because
so few.
maybe they're scared of.
My wife said
needles.
0. She agreed with y'all.
I think I'm probably with.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I made a fun little joke recently. I was at my sister's husband retired, so they had a little retirement party, and he has 2 daughters and a son. And when I got there, I had never met them before. We were being introduced, and one was covered in tattoos, and the other had none. And so we were being introduced around, and my sister said, "This is his son. He's a banker, or whatever. This is." We have one daughter is a CPA, the other is a tattoo artist, and I said, "Now which one of you is a tattoo artist?"
I see what you did there.
I do that.
You're breaking the ice.
A little flip flam.
I just did it.
You got the quick wit.
Got to. You got to.
And
with
what
this
do you do, sir? I'm on the radio.
No
You
kidding.
don't say.
Yeah. So I said, which one of y'all? For fun, for funsies.
Sir, yeah.
And my daughter said, "You are embarrassing all of us." Shut your mouth. You are embarrassing all of us. I think you may be right. I'm going to say 0.
0 tattoo
Yeah.
artists.
I'm with your wife. I don't believe.
They're, all
Zero
not,
tats.
they're not all covered head to toe. But
Yeah. But yeah.
they're plentiful.
But there was one we saw one guy and he had a shirt on that said like I can't remember the name of the store, but it was a tattoo shirt, like Ace Tattoo.
Yeah.
And he was covered, arms and legs.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, everybody.
Covered.
Anytime.
And I get the feeling he worked there.
Oh yes. I think almost everybody is covered if you're a tattoo artist.
Is it an obsession?
Some say they are. They're addicted to them. That they really.
We've heard many
love
people say
having-
they get one, they want another.
they want another immediately.
Because of the application of the tattoo, or because they just have to have that art on them, or both?
The expression or the little bit of pain.
Well,
A little bit of pain.
I think they like a little bit of pain.
I think you're right.
there's another question for me. Of all the people in America that have a tattoo, what percentage do you think have one tattoo versus multiple? I would say
boy, if it was 40 years
like
ago,
Diminishing. Yeah,
Look, I
Biggie
got
has
one.
one.
Biggie has one.
yeah,
Biggie stopped, but he wanted to sleep, but he stopped.
15%?
maybe, probably.
Have just one.
but I don't know. There might be a lot of.
Mhm.
Well, I don't want to,
Yeah.
but I mean, there are probably a lot of females that have one somewhere.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Huh?
I know what you mean, man.
Right on the Viz.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Up and down to Viz.
Yeah.
I saw Viz this morning.
Look at you two.
Yeah.
You think that's the most popular place for a female to get a tattoo?
I found that it is. In my researches.
I've never seen one. So I don't know. Down in the Viz. Brent, you're talking about tattoo artists who don't have a tattoo. Go ahead.
Yeah, my cousin, he lives in California. He's a tattoo artist. He probably has millions of people who have his tattoo style, and he doesn't have a single tattoo on him.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that something?
Really? What, does he just not want one? Is that the whole reason? He just loves performing the art?
I guess that's what it is. I mean, he has a special design. If you look it up, it's called an ambigram, and you can read the tattoo one way. If you turn it upside down, it reads another way. The word.
Oh, interesting.
If you look him up, his Mr. Upside Down, and he has millions of followers, and he's done millions of.
And doesn't have one himself. Well, that proves me wrong then.
Yeah.
I mean, a handful then maybe.
Yeah.
Not many.
No,
That's
not
interesting.
many.
Thank you, Brent. We're looking him up. Mr. Upside Down
Yeah.
tattoo. Seeing it now.